Hey everybody, we live in the Facebook and YouTube channel for Level Up Your SAAS, which we talk about high level and high level add-ons. So today I have Chris Baden here from FlowChat. He connected with me via DMs. So we're going to talk a little bit about FlowChat and how it can integrate with your high level ecosystem and why it's different from its competitors today.
Heck yeah, Jenna, I appreciate you having me on. It's
Yeah.
it's fun to almost meet now in person.
Yeah.
We're getting closer. But yes, and we use HighLevel internally for our CRM. Love HighLevel. In fact, I know we were chatting about this a little bit. I randomly met Sean Clark, the CEO and co-founder of HighLevel in
Oh, no
Vegas.
way.
I'm in Las Vegas. Did we talk?
Yeah.
We didn't go into this.
No, we
So
didn't.
it was a couple weeks ago. There was like 5 different events going on in Vegas, which isn't really uncommon, but they were all kind
Right.
of like this, digital marketer online, our
Yeah.
little ecosystem of the internet space. And so I was like, oh, that's Sean. I'm gonna go say hi. And
Oh, cool.
he was really kind. He was really we like
Yes.
had a great conversation for just under an hour and asked him a bunch of founder questions. But what we get to talk about today, the second bullet point was really interesting. And it's how high, as you mentioned, how HighLevel and FlowChat work so well together. And you'll be pleased to hear that we got to nerd out on some roadmap, like the direction of HighLevel and the direction
Oh,
of
cool.
FlowChat conversations. And they're going to be best friends, is the short way of describing it. So
Great.
you'll more than likely see FlowChat in their app marketplace in the near future here. But per these integrations, we can go a couple different directions. I think should we start just by looking at what the integration looks like
Yeah.
between HighLevel and FlowChat, or should we start with like what the heck is FlowChat? Why are you
Yeah,
guys even?
let's
Why
start
do I
with
even
that.
care about this thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start
And
with
what
that.
makes you different than the other like nasty Chrome plugins?
We were talking about the nasty Chrome extension. All right.
Because I
Yeah.
hate them.
So we're a full blown software company. I got sucked into SaaS, Jenna, in February. I'll never forget the day. It was February 2018, Jenna, and that's when I started my first software company. But I was just in so much pain. I was up till like 3, 4 in the morning. I was having my second kid at the time. I've got 3 kids now,
Me
and
too.
there we go. All right, in the 3 kid
Yeah.
club.
Yeah, that's right.
Let us know in the comments if you got who else has got 3 kids, 1 kid. How many kids you guys got out there? Um, so we, oh man, yeah. It turns out that I need to sleep and eat and rest. I started getting ulcers. My heart stopped like beating properly. I was getting, then my wife's even more worried. I'm getting blood work done. They're like, your blood work's great. You're just stressed. And I'm like, stress? What do you mean? No, I'm good. What are you talking about? And like
Yeah.
your eyes twitching, Chris. You're a mess. Like you gotta. I'm like, okay. So I had to figure out different systems, and I actually, you know what? Like I can share a really powerful story that helped me uh, recover. Basically, like if anyone's listening and watching this right now, this might be very important and timely for you as a business owner, an agency owner. Have you ever felt burned out or overwhelmed, or like, how do I do it all? How do I grow? Or maybe you don't even want to secretly because it just hurts too bad. Like, are these things you've ever experienced, Jenna? Or
Oh
met
yeah, for sure.
founders? So here I'll how do I share screen?
It's at the bottom. It kind of looks like the Zoom present. It says present underneath it. Yeah.
Present. Perfect. Okay, so I'll hit share screen. And okay, it's asking to monitor, share screen. Let's see. Let's just, I always do the entire screen. I don't know. We'll go here. Does that work?
Yep. I'll load it up.
Okay, so check this out. This is part of like a story that I like to share with everyone, and it really made a big impact in the trajectory of my business. So I would imagine it'll be really useful for you listening, watching now. And it came from a Steve Jobs interview from decades ago. And he did okay in life, at least business wise. I don't know his full story. He references this in the interview. It's an article from Scientific American from 1973. But here's what's fascinating about it. The article was covering the locomotive um, between all species on Earth. Which ones use the least amount of kilocalories, like energy expended, to go from point A to point B. Now, as business owners, why do we care about this? Why are we freaking talking about, species and a condor bird, Chris? Well, here's why. Leverage. Leverage is our best friend. How do we get the
Mhm.
most? It's not about being lazy. It's about how do we get the most output for the least amount of input? Because the game of business is inputs and outputs. And I'm going to tie this all in a beautiful bow, Jenna, with what FlowChat is and why it's so, helpful and why I got into software. It helps us do leverage things,
Mhm.
more output with least input. So if you like those things, keep listening. So the condor wins. They crush it. They beat everybody. Guess where the humans came in, Jenna?
Where?
Only the top third. We didn't do very good. We don't move very efficiently, apparently, compared to other species. Now, someone had the imagination, though. Like, what about a human on a bicycle? So they studied this, and we destroyed the condor. We destroyed all species, and in the number one, the condor. We use the least amount of energy. We get the most amount of output when we use a bicycle.
A bike.
And
Okay.
and the takeaway is this: we're tool builders. Us humans, we're tool builders.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at other people and be like, why are they so much better than me? Or is it just me? Like, I work so damn hard and I do this and this. Like, where's my breakthrough? Why hasn't it happened for me yet? Like these pains, these challenges, right? Well, I got so frustrated and I started meeting other business owners. I was like, oh, you actually do less than I freaking do, but you use different tools. Us humans are tool builders. And so some other entrepreneurs we may know, right? Edison, can you imagine life without the light bulb? Great tool. And love or hate these guys, Bill Gates software, Microsoft, other software that's being built changed not only their lives, but the whole face of humanity, right? Imagine the world without railroads and transportation. Crazy, right? So, I've always looked at, FlowChat and systems as having the right tools to generate, more than what I was originally capable of doing. And I was like, the best entrepreneurs that I look at really lean into tools like HighLevel and they pair them with great tools like FlowChat. And so I can, yeah, we go into like a whole thing with DMs here, but maybe, in fact, you know what I can here, I'll stop, I'll zoom out of here. This is a free give for everyone listening, watching, because Jenna did a great job curating me in the chat. She was like this and this, and what about, she handled it. So here's the first free gift I can give. And actually, this happens not this Friday, but next Friday. So what is that? Is that February
The 6th, I think.
6th or 8th? Here, let's. Okay, yeah. So not was January 30th. So it'd be the first. It'd be the 8th, I think. Friday, February 8th. We're hosting a free challenge. And I don't know where I can put this in like a chat or something, but it's challenge.flowchat. 9th.
Oh,
Thank
February
you.
9th. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, for the win. There we go. We can, actually, here you can see my screen. If you go to challenge.flowchat.com, you're going to get 2 gifts. And you can register. It's a free challenge, and we focus, and it's just 3 hours. We're focusing on direct message automations. So if you don't have these automations or you don't have this leverage, you would show up and you're going to leave with this leverage installed in your company. We don't if you go to flowchat.com, here's our website, flowchat.com. If you go to pricing, you can see our pricing here. 247 a month all the way up to 1700 a month. Okay. There's no free trials on our site. If for everyone that shows up to the challenge, this is just a promo we're running right now. We offer a 7-day free trial. So the intention is show up, let us serve you. We're going to build these it's a workshop. So we like teach for like 10, 15 minutes. And then we install these automations, and then you leave with it completed and already tested. And then it just keeps running every day for the next 7 days. And if you like it and it's generating you results, then you can, we offer some plans that are not even available here, like some more promo codes for you that are massively discounted. So thank Jenna for talking to me at the right time. We do these once a month, and I think we're going to continue them, but that's still, I don't know. We're testing it. So far, it's gone really great. This will be the fourth one we've done, and I think your audience will really benefit from it, Jenna. So thanks for
Yeah.
having me out here to share the value with them. So again, it's all free. We just want to serve, because listen, like I've run companies the last 15 years of my life. And I'm a husband, I'm a father. We just celebrated 10 years last year.
That's awesome.
And yeah, like anyone, if you look at my socials, you'll see my focus is building a lifelong marriage, world impacting family, and a 9-figure tech company. Those are the things that I think about on a daily basis. And I am that person and that business owner, and I really want to see my fellow entrepreneurs winning, because it's challenging. It's hard to put yourself out there and figure it out. There's
Yeah.
no way that I would still be playing this game of business and being able to do this if it wasn't for other entrepreneurs like you, Jenna, that are building community and serving other entrepreneurs in the way that you are. There's multiple moments where I'm like, there's no way I make it through this. There's no way. We're totally going to crash and burn. It's going to suck.
Yeah.
And
It's hard.
it's like, no, you can. And the reality is, you listening, watching right now, I know there's someone that needs to hear it. It's like, you matter. You do. Not everyone is willing to show up day in and day out and serve the market and other people. And you are. And that's why you'll win. Yes, you might do a similar service or product that other people do, but the market is so massive. If you only serve 5 clients or 10 clients or even 15 clients, you can have a viable business for you and your family. And you can serve those other people in that market with love and care, and be personalized and treat other people the way you want to be treated. And that makes a difference. And so, a good thing spreads. Love doesn't come back void, kind of deal. So you plant those seeds. Anyway, I'm getting on my soapbox here, but I've felt the pressure, and when we can find the right tools, it helps us get some more leverage, some more speed, some more of our day back, right? So let's maybe transition, Jenna, into that. More about this tool of FlowChat, and how like some specific strategies I think would make sense to share with people.
Yeah.
And I see some comments coming in. How do we sign up to the challenge? Thanks for dropping that in there. Yeah, challenge.flowchat.com. Yeah, free challenge. So excited to have you guys come hang out with us. Now, this being said, let's talk about 2-step posts, because that one's really, really common. So for 2-step posts, I'm assuming everyone's seen one or probably used them at some point. In fact, and Jenna, that's how we connected. Actually, Jenna, let's just make this really real. And let's talk about how, like, the post where we actually connected on. It's how this started. So here's my Facebook profile.
You remember?
What's that?
You remember the post?
I do.
Okay.
Well, or I'm confident I do, but now we're gonna look at it and be like, no, it wasn't. Maybe we'll find out that I don't live. But here's my Facebook profile. There's my family I was referring to, and the line I not making it up. There it is. This is quick side note, but this is totally worth it. Something's going on when people are. This is a tattoo parlor. I don't have tattoos myself, but I think they're awesome. This is one of our members of FlowChat getting a FlowChat tattoo on his body. Who gets a tattoo of a software company on their body? But this is in Vegas. He flew in from Florida. So he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to like open it up or whatever. You guys can go to my page and watch the whole thing. I end up interviewing him, when he's in the seat, like down while it's happening.
So. No, you didn't.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great. His name's also Chris, ironically, but when he was coming on board, he was like, this is so cool. But if you could do these 2 extra things, I would be so happy I'd get a tattoo. And I was like, Chris, This Zoom call is legally binding and is recorded. What body part is this tattoo going on? And so we like built them, and they did like $1 million in their challenge, adding DMs to it and stuff. And he was like, I wasn't gonna hold him to it. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, I said it, I'm doing it. I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, let's
Oh
do
my
it.
word.
So we like to have fun over here. Anyway, so here's the post is, let's see if this one. It was the HighLevel post.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is recent, right? You can see January 19th. So I don't know, it was 11 days ago. But look, we got 52 comments, and like it's all relative. Like that's more engagement than I'm typically getting. I don't really have like a big social following, but just doing consistent and respectable outreach in our particular methods, like we've collected over 3 million in sales. And actually that was like 3 months ago. So I don't know what it is now, but still over 3 million. And it took us about 2.5 years with 0 paid ads. We started with 0 people in our Facebook group. And like, here's our Facebook group. It's not like it's huge. We've got like 6,000 members. But we started from 0, and we've just been connecting with real people in a real way, and just having the conversation, doing our best to show up and serve and provide value and solve problems. So now here's what we did originally. Okay. Before FlowChat, we did all this manually, and it was so time consuming. Has anyone done them some manual social? Let me know in the chat.
Yes.
What's your feeling on it? Because for me,
I have done it in the past. It is so much work.
there was one day where I was like DMing for like 8 hours straight, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. Like, this is ridiculous. And I can't do this and grow a company. And so we started hiring some VAs, setters, and we put them in place. And it's like, oh, like there's errors, and like, we weren't like, conversations weren't the exact way we wanted. And we were doing spreadsheet and Google Docs, and it was a disaster. It was just
it's a lot
really,
to keep up with.
oh my gosh, it was so crazy. And plus, like, people get lost. Like some of the frustration is this, like in Messenger, we're on 13 different social media platforms. Facebook, Insta. That's, you asked like, why are you different? We're on all the social media platforms, not just
let's
one.
highlight that for a second. Next door, so that's really important for home service contractors.
Yeah.
And
like,
what
here's
other
all
ones
of
am
them.
I forgetting?
Facebook, Instagram,
Discord
LinkedIn
is really cool. School.
Yep, school, and Hermosi's part of school now, so it's gonna blow up. And yeah, it's like YouTube, WhatsApp, Pinterest, Slack, like just. And if there's one that you're like, Chris, like, how come like Telegram's on there? I don't let us know how you want, like, the use case, and we'll build it. So yeah, we're on all the different social media platforms, and like, people get lost in DMs.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and scroll, or pay somebody else to sit here and scroll. And like, who are they? Where are they at in the sales process? So we built a tech company. I guess I could, FlowChat. Like, we looked for other tech, and then I was like, oh no, like, I'm not trying to get whatever one for Facebook, and then a different one for Instagram, and something on, Twitter. I was like, I just want one thing to train all the SOPs for my team. And so we created FlowChat for ourselves. And then in our own mastermind, they're like, what's that? And we're like, the software. They're like, and it was so ugly at the time, like in clunky. We're like, they're like, that's cool. That's what we want. We're like, okay. So we started making it better and faster and better, so this is actually like, here's, we call it Igor. It's our Instagram pipeline for Instagram outreach. And yeah, we're nerds. But now, this might look overwhelming for some people, but like, just like, you can have 5 stages. I reach out, I send an initial message, I do a follow-up, and then I book a call. Could be like 4 or 5 stages. Super simple, right? And I can show some other simpler ones too. And these cards right here, these are just contact cards. These are the leads. But these are all leads that are sitting in our DMs. And Jenna, check this out. Now I can just hit play, and we can run an automation where it's liking a profile, it's following them, it's sending a direct message. Now, hear me closely on this. there's limits on this because it's still organic. You can't just
Right.
go spam a bunch of people. Highly recommend not doing that, right? But if you're talking to a specific person and you want to hear our highest converting initial message,
Yes. What is it?
it's a compliment.
Yeah.
It's not some, you know, sales marketing guru persuasion. It's just like be a person, like
Yeah.
how do you normally approach somebody? And the ones that respond and you engage with their content more, like the relationship
Hmm.
grows. And so this organic people, here's something that's really overlooked with organic. People think, well, it's only 10 or 20 or 30 new outreaches per platform a day, Chris. It's true. That's true. And only one or two or five of them book a call a day or a week. That's true. But like the best sales professionals, they don't, it's not a funnel, it's an hourglass. Have you ever heard this, Jenna?
No, I haven't.
It's not a funnel. Because see, a funnel boils down to I reach out to this many people, I do this many ads, right? And then I get one book call. Okay. But that one book call should lead to 2 or 3 referrals. And what about the 10 calls that you took and the other 8 or 9 that didn't buy? They would refer and talk about you as well. So you'd get another 6 or 7 book calls just from that alone. So
Mhm.
you see that who you get, and that starts to exponentially go out the other way, and it becomes an hourglass.
Yeah, I
And then
like that analogy.
it's only a matter of time before you win. However you want to play
Yeah.
with the analogy, right? But
Yeah.
the point is, it compounds if the way you're communicating and connecting with people in a powerful way, and it comes down to scripts. So let me do this. Here's another free give I can give. If you go to scripts, speaking of which, you find the right people with the right scripts, with the right systems, you get big results. That's something we always hammer on. Go to scripts.flowchat.com. And this is, and yeah, there's just this page and it sends you a Google Doc. Let me see if I can find the Google Doc for you guys fast enough so you just see where you're going. Let's see, scripts. I think I have it in here. No, that's not it. It's like, here's all my files, guys. Um, uh, maybe, ultimate DM sales guide. That's what I have it as. Okay, cool. This is what you'll see. It's a 79-page Google Doc. So it's not like some funnel or whatever. Like it's a
Wow.
give. Like that's the intention.
Yeah.
And use this menu over here because you can like don't go read 79 pages. Like that hurts my heart even thinking about it. But you're like, hey, I'm on Instagram. Click Instagram and it'll bring you right here. Hey, if you want to do the shout out strategy, click here. Here's a short training video. Like it's just a Loom video that I put together. But I'm like, because we work with some multi 8-figure, influencers, and how they're doing DM strategies and stuff. And it's like, here's some, stuff. It's like nerdy, but like it's really valuable if you want to do lead gen stuff, right? So you can just watch those, like take it, please make money with it. And just tell people my only ask is that you share it with more other entrepreneurs so they can continue to benefit. Um, even this one, like we'll say people that are running, if you do an organic post or a paid ad post and it's like to a DM, it's like, here's the whole flow of how to do it. And here's like the breakdown with the call to action, with the hook. And okay, so it's like, there's a lot of detail here. If you want to see exact DM conversations that all led to closed deals, there's 17 specific conversations here. Like here's how we're chatting with people. Like you want scripts, like here's just the real things happening. So we redacted the people's names, of course. And we highlighted it like, face some great objections on this one, but still came through. So how do you overcome objections? And then anyway, there's a lot there. So scripts.flowchat.com.
Okay.
And
Got that saved.
yeah, so people can benefit from like, what do I say, Chris? Like, how do I do this? Okay, cool. So we're talking about the 2-step post. And you got like all these rabbit trails I go down, Jenna. So what we do now with FlowChat, as we were trying all these different pieces of tech, we're like, it still like wasn't solving our problem. So we just built and solved our own problem, and then it's continued to grow, right? I can import this post and where it goes within FlowChat. Where's my FlowChat tab? I'm getting lost in the sauce here. Here it is. I go to my posts and it imports the people that are liking and commenting. It just imports them automatically, and I can put them in a pipeline.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, and so Sometimes when I share screen on these streams, takes a little bit longer. While
Yeah.
that's loading though, it pops into the pipeline that you saw essentially, and then I have like a
Hmm.
dashboard that shows me like here's how many commented, like here's how many booked a call, here's how many closed. Right? I can auto comment. I can say, just sent you a DM. I can do a variation of, thanks for commenting. I can send another one, right? Only send this variation, when they say the keyword scripts. Don't reply if they say you're lame or like whatever. If there's certain profanity or,
Yeah.
comments that people make that you don't want to like, they're like, "You're lame," and you're like, "Oh, thanks for your comment. I really appreciate everything." And yeah, I just sent you a DM. You're like, okay, so that clearly didn't. You can adjust it to like make sense, and then there's
Yeah.
all these other settings. I don't want to get too in the weeds, but you get the idea. Like you can have some variation to how you're commenting in a real way, and then if you just want to import the people that comment, like you can select, some one-off people here and then import them into that pipeline view that we were looking at. And then, here's the dashboards I was referring to. So you can see the different pipelines that are there. So um, this is FlowChat. This is a part of FlowChat. Maybe, on time wise, let's do this to kind of wrap up like on FlowChat. And then let's talk about how it connects with HighLevel and why that's awesome. Let's go into our product guide. I'm just going to show you an automation live. Would that be cool?
Okay.
So when you have like these are feature benefit buttons, blah blah blah. I mean, they're really valuable. I don't want to like disrespect them, but
Undervalue. Yeah.
yeah, but at the same time, like okay, like give me the sauce. Like why is this cool?
Yeah.
This is probably why it's cool. So if we go here, let me turn the sound down in my head so I don't hear it. But I'll kind of skim through this. So you can from the pipeline view, you can hit the menu and you can hit edit stage right here. And you can just not have to click through all these. You can just have it run automatically. And some of the settings features that you have are liking a post, sending a friend request. You can send the direct message. This is on Facebook instead of Instagram. You can do this on X. You can do this on LinkedIn. And then you can move the card automatically throughout the stages. So we kind of joke around, where you can press play once a day and keep poverty away. If you're not consistently reaching out 10, 20, to 30 new people a day, you can now press play and have that happen once a day and add that revenue generating activity to your business. We
Hmm.
can't control results, but we can control our activity that generate results. That
Yes.
lesson right there is I can unpack that for way too many hours because I've lived
Yes.
that for just too much. Yeah, so this is what the automation is. Now you can go into once it's all set up to your liking, you'll go into the pipeline view and you'll be able to select one-off leads. And then you'll see this play button up here that they're going to click and they're going to run the automation. Here's what happens. You'll see a window pop up, right here. They'll scan over and then they'll hit this run automation. They're just going to send this to 10 leads right now just for the demo. But uh, now you can watch the work that you had to do just happen automatically. This window is
Hmm.
just processing it for you. It's really cool. So your new morning routine, Jenna, or anyone, listening, watching that this fits for, number one, get your cup of coffee. Step two, press play. Step three, do whatever you normally do. you know, like that alone
Does
will.
it? Does it? Is this literally just for demo, or does it literally show it to you in person?
This is literally what happens. Like
Okay.
this is somebody running the automation live. They just recorded their screen while they were doing it. And that's why
Okay.
it's not like there's not like edits. Like this isn't a sexy video. This is like an internal like training video.
Oh,
You know
cool.
what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a marketing video or anything. It's like actually happening. And then it's done. You can see that there's a gap here. The card's moved to the next stage, and we can do automated follow-ups as well. But and there we have lots. We have over like 100 videos in our product guide.
Wow.
So yeah, we're making new ones every single week. Like you know,
So
Running a
key
SaaS
features,
company is easy, right?
if you could boil down to like, I guess I know some of the Chrome plugins do some of that.
Yeah.
What would you say like boils this down to like so that's so different
Okay. So yeah. So number one, like
besides
we
like all the platforms.
yeah, like that's happening and that's important.
Yeah.
And then the feature set, like if we go to Facebook groups, when somebody in like if we go to members, we have like the keyword searching. So if we're like, oh, I just want to find the CEOs, it'll blank out all the people you don't want and only include the people that you do want. You can import that. Import only the people you're looking for. So this is importing and it's also managing your direct message flow. You can import people that are liking and engaging with your content for inbound flows. So people use us for two-step posts. They use us to manage and automate their entire Facebook group, and also doing the other automations on the other platforms. So I mean, those are the main ones, Jenna. I think there's a couple other ones that like stood out to you
Well,
when we were chatting.
next door for the home service companies, I think is
Yeah.
kind of cool because I don't know if anybody like highlighting that. What does that look like?
Yeah, so like if we go in here and we look at next door, you can see that messenger overlay and in messages, it's these are the initial, feature set that we have. So when we're in messenger and you're struggling to keep up with conversation, now when you're in the pipe, I didn't show you this. Okay, let's do this. When we're here and if we go to a pipeline, when we're in one here, we'll go to like a Facebook group one. Um, when you click these contacts, it'll go directly to that conversation. So that's what would apply in Nextdoor as you're describing. We're not actively running a Nextdoor campaign internally right now, but we have it because our user base wants it. So
Gotcha.
anytime our user base is like, I need this feature, it's like they just submit it we have a process and then their hopes and dreams come true. So
Okay.
what's
And you
what's
guys
cool.
do a lot of, from what I can see, a lot of the things that MiniChat does as well.
Yeah, like so those are like just features, If
Yeah.
someone like really wants it, needs it, we're like, all right, we'll build it.
Yeah.
And they're doing, the like the keyword, flow for the high level users, high level's doing that now,
Yeah,
right?
HighLevel. I mean, it's coming out soon. So but I'm just trying to grasp my head around this.
Yeah. Also, when you're in a pipeline view in FlowChat and someone replies, that's this blinking dot. It's like, yeah, go talk to that person. They're actually
Oh,
like
cool.
talking right now, and you can see the conversation on all platforms. That's here. That like internally. Down the road, I got to be careful. I live in the future, Jenna, and the present.
Yeah.
Um, People, if you like automations and you like conversational AI, and you like um more automated workflows, you're going to like FlowChat more and more because that's the direction we're going. So I'll say that. But if I click this right here, like the messenger thing, it's going to open up that direct conversation in messenger. And I can, it's also adding to my clipboard the actual message that's assigned to that stage, right?
Oh,
If
cool.
there is one assigned. If I just want to access my templates over here with our, we do have an extension also. But I can reference it here and just say, hey, paste in chat, and it drops it in there, right? Or I can access like a chat template library from here. I can move that person along my pipeline from this view. So maybe people want to operate from here and not another page. They just want to stay in the native platform. They can do that. And if I click one of these, my team would yell at me because it would actually move that card from one stage to another.
Hmm.
So, but like simply put, like if you don't have automation on your social media, in nurturing campaigns and engaging campaigns via direct message and content, then FlowChat's something that turns your likes into leads. It turns your comments into cash, to use like marketing phrases or something, right?
Yeah.
As cheesy as they are, it's like it's still true, right?
Yeah.
We The average sales process is 7 to 13 touch points before
Hmm.
80+% of sales are closed. And so, the pros are getting these touch points in. The amateurs or the lower revenue companies aren't doing this, and they're not doing it because they don't have a system for it.
Right.
They think that willpower is the worst system. For me included. Like, we get tired. It's how it
Yeah.
is, And so the pros put the right systems in place where it happens like clockwork, and they finally get to benefit from that leverage, that right tool. So,
And I think one thing that you all do that I haven't seen another tool out there do is the importing, and then also of the like from the post. I
mhm.
know it does it like a different way, but I like how the import you can just so you can do it on your old post too. Like it doesn't have to be when
Mhm.
you
You
started through
Jenna, you can do
flow
this on
chat.
anybody's post.
Oh, really?
So if we're on, like, this is my post, but, like, here, let's go to yours truly. And your name is so perfect for, like, what you do. I loved your lead gen. I was like, "Oh, that's gold." And you have lead in your last name. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
this is I was like, "All right, you're in the right spot." So if we go here and I'm like, "Oh, like, there's 19 people that like this, I can pop this open, and now I can just go import because these are all my right people too."
Okay.
Now, some people get excited about this. "Okay, cool. I can, like, this isn't stealing. This is a curated list, and if you reach out to somebody in a poor way, they're not going to like you or any like. So, but think of it like this. Actually, I have a really good image for this. This is so powerful that we teach on this as well in the challenge. So, if, like, come February 9th on
Yeah.
Friday, um and on that challenge, I was like, no one's going to hang with us on Zoom for over 3 hours. Nobody. And it's like 95% retention. It's insane. I was like, what is going anyway, we have fun and we talk about good stuff, but still. Anyway, come hang out. This is
I love
something
the
we talk.
idea actually of that. Let's highlight on that for a second because I think you dimmed over that. So for a software company to be doing something like that, I think is really cool. I think
Mm,
it's a great idea because it's kind of like a webinar that you're doing,
yeah,
but and you're
totally.
giving them a free
Webinar,
trial.
workshop.
So that's exactly what you're doing. You're calling it a challenge, but you could be doing
Yeah.
like and I mean, that's a great way to get new leads, prospects, and new users for your SaaS.
In the customer journey, there needs to be space where the potential customer gets to just, like, I don't know that I like you, and it's like, I don't know that we're a good fit for you either. Like, here's a free, safe place where we can just hang out and discover it together, and that's what the challenge or the workshop or webinar. Yeah, it'd be a really long webinar, but it's really
Right.
more of a workshop because like, I mean, these are the slides for the thing, right? So it's like we go over our 4 Qs method. This is 4 yes or no questions that identify your ideal customer profile. We had one of our members, like Chris, he was getting frustrated when I was teaching this. I was like, Alex, you okay, man? Like, what's going on? He's like, Chris, you have no idea, man. I just spent multiple 4 figures and 3 days writing out this whole perfect avatar, like 7 page report. I know what magazine he or she reads. I know. I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. What you just showed me in 3 minutes with 4 yes or no questions is worth way more than all of that. And I'm like, you're welcome, question mark. Like, are you, but the reason is it dials in, like, it has to be yes or no questions and so simple, because
Yeah.
if it's more complicated, then your team is going to have a hard time replicating it. So
Mhm.
we share a 4 Qs method, right? So we have these other strategy, and then we pause. It's like that takes like 7 minutes to teach. Then we go through an example, and then everyone on the Zoom, on the workshop, writes their own thing. We have a workbook that goes with it. They just fill it in, and then we add that to their pipeline. Like, we build their whole account with them. So it is a workshop. We're there to do work and then start doing revenue generating activity. It's not like like, listen to what we talk about type of thing.
Yeah.
So one, like, really powerful analogy, and people miss this all the time, and it costs them so much money, is to do this. This is our opinion and our experience. We've seen millions of DMs at this point, right?
Mhm.
DMs are like the hallway. You know,
Yeah.
when I showed your post, here, oh, I can go to, find your influencers in your space. If you're in home services, for example, I think of, gosh, his name's Brandon. What's his last name? I think of Josh Latimer. I think of, who's the guy that, I went to, like, this home service convention. They run all these different conventions, and they have,
Yeah.
anyway, you find your influencers that are hosting the events and doing the thing, and you're like, here's where all my ideal people, they've already curated your audience for you. Now you get to go import those people and just start reaching out to them directly and build relationship with them. And
Hmm.
it's like meeting them at an event. Social media is that a live event. Now, do you connect with people when the speaker is speaking?
No.
No. No. Hopefully it's entertaining, everything, but you connect with people in the hallway, in between the sessions where you're going to, get food or do something else. That's where you bump in and, like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We start building relationship and connecting more. That's the DMs, right? So Facebook groups and content are the speaker on stage of the event, and DMs are the hallway where you're just having that normal hallway conversation with other entrepreneurs. And when people understand this, like, you can listen, while people are busy ignoring your email and your SMS and everything, they're scrolling on social media. This is like a Nielsen report thing. The average person is spending 5+ hours a day on social media.
That's crazy.
That is insane. I didn't even believe it. And then they're logging in 12 times a day. Now, check this out. I'll speak at different things, with other entrepreneurs. I don't watch TV. We're not on da da da. I was like, pull out your phones, look at your screen time. One guy's like, oh, I'm on it 6 hours. Oh, I'm on it 4.5 hours. I was like, I'm not making this stuff up. Like, that's what the data says. All people are. So while they're ignoring our other forms of communication, my thing is, like, dude, I'm not against email or SMS. Like, we have all our automations in HighLevel too, right?
Hmm.
But what I am saying is, don't ignore DM, because it's the kid birthday party, it's the tailgate event, it's where you connect, with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And in wrapping up here, HighLevel, here's our HighLevel. Like, we don't white label it. We're not selling HighLevel. We're FlowChat. We're building FlowChat and focus on that, but we use it internally, as I promised. And you can use just a custom, link within. And
Oh, so you can iframe it.
yeah, exactly. It pops in here and you can just access. So, and this is part of my post,
That's a
right?
huge win for me because as few things as I can log in as I need to log into or my users need to log into. That's a huge win for me and my clients.
Awesome. Yeah. And we white label too. So it's not like, our heart is to serve agency owners. And so, like, it doesn't have to be our brand. Like, we just
Yeah.
want to, provide the tools for them to get more leverage and output. And on FlowChat, this is called all kinds of things. We already have multiple, like, 30, almost 40 plus different white label members. And we're going to start communicating it more because it's just working really well. We're like, we should probably tell more people about this.
Yeah.
So now watch this, right? HighLevel does so many things awesome, right? They have marketing, they've got your workflows and automations and funnels. And this becomes the thing that HighLevel agency owners are adding to their tech stack for the ultimate tech stack, because you can add Extendly for support. You can add Play for, like, white label paid ads. And FlowChat is covering the outbound organic social media bucket. And per the conversation Sean and I had, they're in with Meta's API. So
Right.
they're using Instagram, they're using Facebook page, but they're not going to touch Facebook profile. They can't,
Right. Yeah.
because it's inbound automated piece, which is a great feature. Like, totally use HighLevel for that. But when it comes to outbound, you can't have it both ways with the API. Likewise,
Oh, okay.
we won't have some of that feature set because we're not leveraging the API. So
Interesting. So
yeah,
that's the thing with Facebook. That's good to know. So you can't do it because they only let you have one version of the API.
yeah, because, like, if you're like,
They either
ManyChat
let you
or
go like in or out. It's like either one or the other. Is that what you're saying?
100%. So okay, and
Interesting.
this goes to one of the big differences. Like this is a sorry, I should have. There's so many things to talk about, but this is a massive difference between us and all the other tools. When you're connecting and using that tool, you log in with your social media profile. With FlowChat, you don't do that.
Hmm.
So if we go to ManyChat, for example, and we have ManyChat
Right.
and a ManyChat account, we use it for a couple workflows, but HighLevels. Let's see if I can even sign in right now.
So what
It's
is
gonna
ManyChat
see. So
at
like
this
this. This
point?
is
At this point, what is it? What is it having? What does
well,
it
we're
have
gonna.
that you don't have?
So like if somebody, I mean, we're using HighLevel to do like the automated API inbound stuff. So for example, if someone DMs you a keyword and you want to send an automated response, that
Yeah,
would be
like a
one feature.
recipe or what have you.
Yeah, like, or I just did scripts, and I'll send you the 70-page thing, like DM me
Okay, yeah.
scripts.
Yeah.
And someone DMs me the word. I mean, now we're using HighLevel for that, but ManyChat or HighLevel would respond with that first automated message. But once that message is sent, we can, yeah, through webhook or,
Yeah.
webhook, we connect it. And then a card's automatically created within FlowChat. And then we have our automated workflow that kicks in from there on the DM side. And so
Okay,
we
yeah.
can manage that ongoing conversation. Now, look at this though. But if I sign in with ManyChat, you can use email, but even if you use email, you have to connect it to your Instagram account. Like log in, give your you have to do, yes, I
You have to
authorize
pair them
ManyChat.
together.
Yeah, you have to pair it
So with
together.
FlowChat, you're not doing that.
Nope. And what's cool about that is you can use not only one Instagram profile, but you could use 100 Instagram profiles if you wanted. You
Really?
could use like 10 or 20 or
So
30
how many
Facebook
Facebook
profiles.
and then
There's
Facebook groups? I could do quite a few of that too. Like if I own several Facebook groups.
Yep. That's the magic, because that was my pain. My pain was like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't friggin' want to pay like blah 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 per month, like for every profile, and like my whole team's on this thing. We've got,
Yeah.
I don't know, 20 plus profiles across our team. Like I don't want to pay like more and more for. I just like, look, I'll pay a monthly thing. Let me hook up whatever I want to hook up to it. Let me go to all the platforms. Like that's what I wanted,
Yeah.
So that's how we structure. So whatever social we just call it like a social asset. Whatever social profile you're logged into is the one that automatically corresponds with your pipeline and FlowChat. So if I logged out of Chris Baden, Facebook, and I'm logged into whatever other one. I mean, I don't, but my team is like logged into Sean and Hannah and Mishi, like all the different team members, and they just log into their social media platforms, and then they just log into our main FlowChat account, and then they're all automatically connected already through the extension.
Gotcha. Okay. I think it's
Yeah.
coming together a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
On like the
So
differentiations.
yeah. So that's what I got for you for today. That was a lot.
Yeah.
If
It was
anyone's
a
still
lot.
listening and you credit to you for hanging with us and nerding out over social media and business owner stuff. And then also, Jenna, thanks for the links. Challenge.flowchat.com, the free challenge or workshop, and then scripts.flowchat has real conversations that we message. There's 17 specifically that we message people. They all ended in closed deals. Those are and then the strategies on all the other platforms. That's what we used over these last 2.5 years to close over 3 million in sales. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't hope, my hope is that people, take it, like, make another 100 grand or more with it and share it with other people. And, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll seriously think about coming on for the challenge. That sounds like really interesting and help me think through some things I have floating in my head for sure. Super appreciate you coming in today. And everybody, if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat and Chris and I will answer them. And we'll see you guys next time.
Cool.